Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Gordon, Wood, Quinn, Dale, Elaine, Gordon, Wood, 25W709-810 FY. Name, Detective Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Toller, Woodhaven Police Department. First name David.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Go ahead.
On 5/3/2025, Officer Timmis was dispatched to 22505 Allen Road in reference to a pharmacy motion alarm. Upon arrival, Timmis discovered the east main entrance sliding door to be pried open. Officer Timmis and Officer Emery made entry into the business where they observed 4 subjects standing outside the pharmacy. At this time, he ordered the subjects to stay where they were. They refused and took off running from the business, running south towards the rear of the parking lot. Officer Timmis looked for the subjects, but then subsequently returned to the business and spoke to 2 Henry Ford police authorities. A short time later, Timmis was advised by Lieutenant Jackson, who was working the desk, that one of the suspects that fled from the pharmacy was hiding in the back of a Ford Raptor in the Gordo Ford used car lot. At this time, Officer Timmis and Officer Embry went to that Ford Raptor and located a subject fitting the description, and it was identified as one of the subjects by Officer Timmis, who fled the pharmacy. And he was later identified as Quindale Elaine Gordon Wood. He was subsequently placed into custody at that time.
All right. Can you give me the prior offense notices, please?
Yes.
I mean, for the 4th offense notice is what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, what, excuse me, what?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the pharmacy at 22505? What's the name of it again?
That's the Henry Ford Health System Pharmacy.
Okay. You can go ahead and proceed with your.
Okay, Your Honor. On or about August 1st, 2008, subject was convicted of an offense of assault with intent to rob while armed in violation of MCL 750.89, 3rd Circuit Criminal Division, Wayne County. About August 1st, 2008, subject was convicted of the offense of assault with a dangerous weapon in violation of MCL 750.82 in the 3rd Circuit Court of Wayne County. August 1st, 2008, he was convicted of the offense of weapons, felony firearm in violation of MCL 750.25 2327B-A, 3rd Circuit, Wayne County. On or about April 13, 2020, he was convicted of offense of breaking and entering with intent in violation of MCL 750.110 in the 6th Circuit Court of Oakland County. April 13th, 2020, he was convicted of offense of fleeing a police officer 3rd degree in violation of MCL 750.4798.
All right. Based on your sworn testimony, I find that the crime of attempted larceny in a building was committed, being a building with intent, assault, resisting, obstructing an officer, and there's a 4th offense notice giving rise to the convictions, if proven, 3 of the prior felony convictions, then that makes him a habitual force. So I'll go ahead and authorize the issuance of the complaint and the warrant, and I'll ask you to bring him before the court for arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor. Come on.
So this is, I just want to be clear, this is a 2-year, the attempted. They got larceny in a building here, which is a 4-year, and I'm making that change and I'm initialing it. Sir, your name?
Wendell Gordon Wood.
Mr. Gabe?
Good morning, Judge. Mason Gabe. Mr. Gordon Wood.
All right, for purposes of arraignment, how does he wish to proceed?
We'll stand here and agree with me.
All right, sir, you have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At that probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor in a preliminary examination. If it goes that far, the people have to show that the crimes as alleged were committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crimes. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, the cases would be dismissed. All counts would be dismissed if they don't prove that as any of those, and you would be discharged. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I do want you to keep your voice up for me a little bit, please. I want you to know if you're convicted anything here that carries with it 5 years or more, you could get life. If you're convicted anything that carries with it less than 5 years, you could get 15. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford one, you can apply for one at public expense. Also, if you choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You got to keep your voice up, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood everything that I say? Sir,
Yes.
you still live on Conley.
Yes.
Your probable cause conference will be May 13th at 10:30. May 13th at 10:30. Preliminary exam, May 20th at 10:45. Both of those will be in front of Judge Hessen. She's the assigned judge on the case. I'm going to listen to whatever you have to say regarding bond. Counsel.
Mr. Gordon Wood is 35 years old. He's steadily employed. He works with the city of Detroit. He's been employed with the city for the last 2 years as a tip poster. He makes about $950 every 2 weeks. He does have a child on the way. His current girlfriend is 6 months pregnant, Judge. Taking into account his criminal history, Judge, his criminal history is about 15 years old, 16 years old at the time. At this point, he admits at the time he was young, he made some mistakes, he did his time. And Judge, he's committed to resolving this issue so that he can keep his job, and he's finally in a good place with his family and his work, and wants to go ahead and face these charges, Judge. So he will be at all his future court dates. So I don't believe that he has a flight risk. So we ask the court to take that into consideration, assess either a personal bond, Judge, or a
What do you do for the city of Detroit, sir?
I post ticket poster. I'm right under housing inspector.
Housing inspector?
Just speak up.
A ticket poster. I'm right under these housing inspectors for the blight for the city of Detroit. It's
And-
orange stickers.
All right, this tells me we got another issue going on. I'm not going to order AA or NA. What's your position on bond?
Your Honor, I would defer to the court in this matter.
Has he been cooperative?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much do you make in your employment, sir?
Like after taxes, like I bring $950 every 2 weeks. Like
All right,
$975.
listen to me. I'm going to give you a personal bond. Don't make this worse than it is. 10,000 PR bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed starting with May the 13th at 10:30. No contact with employees of the Henry Ford Health System or prosecution witnesses. You're not to enter that property. At 22505 Allen Road in Woodhaven. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I have a strong suspicion why he was in the pharmacy area. That's all I'm going to let it say about it. I'm going to give you May the 13th at 10:30. Personal bond, you'll be released. Don't make this worse than it is. Are you with me?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
All right, we'll see you here. Make sure you show up. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you very much. People against Lori Sue Potter, 258-47879A and 4B146892.
So we just gotta wait for your personal.
Ma'am, your name?
Lori Sue Potter.
Counsel?
Good morning, Judge. Glad to get here to have Ms. Potter.
We have an assault and battery that she's never had adjudicated. We have a resist, hinder, and obstruct an officer that was never adjudicated, both of which stem from a January the 23rd, 25 incident. And then we've got a separate case here that's still not been, that there's warrants out for. She doesn't like to show up, huh?
She, according to Ms. Potter, she was incarcerated when those court dates came up another time.
How long you been out of custody,
She
ma'am?
got out May 1st.
How long were you in custody, ma'am?
Over 120 days.
Well, these cases, where were you at?
I went to the hospital after Macomb County.
Were you in front of me on these on January 24th? So you weren't in custody then, were you?
When?
You were.
Yeah, I just got out. I just got out.
Well, you said 120 days. I know you were in front of me on January 29th. You didn't, you can't. Why didn't you show up when you got out?
I just got out. They sent me to the hospital afterwards. I just got out. And now with this.
You know how many times you haven't shown up on these cases, ma'am?
I know I was locked up. I can't help it.
You've had multiple times you didn't show up. Why didn't you write us, call us, do something?
I was gonna show up today, actually.
Oh, I love that one. I
Okay.
love that. Where do you work at?
She's currently on SSI. She received about $900 a month.
Can you ask Lisa to come on the line here? Where were you locked up at, Ms. Potter?
Macomb County.
And what was that for?
Running from an ex.
No. What-
She told me she was locked up, Judge. She was convicted of KW.
So you were there for 90 days or so? You said 120, but you couldn't have been if you got out May 1st.
I was there for a long time. I just got home.
On May 1st.
Yes.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
Lori Potter here. This is her file is 25B147879. She says she was in Macomb County in custody during her prior court dates here. And I'd just like to know if you can check and verify that. I'll wait.
No, I can't. I can't tell that from Macomb County.
No. Oh, she was violating my bond too. Well, this isn't good. She violated the no contact provision. Is that right? Detective, your name?
Detective McNally, Tarleton South Police. Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Wow, can't do that.
And according to Ms. Potter, the complaining witness in that case had told her to come back when she was released and they were trying to work things out. And then when she got to the trailer, there was a change of heart. She was just there to get her personal life.
You can't do this, ma'am. You violated the order. I told you not to enter or go near 20665 Telegraph Road trailer. It looks like in Brownstown, no contact prosecution witnesses, no firearms, no dangerous weapons, no contact with Douglas Heckard and or Matthew Wiles, it looks like. 3,010%. I'll incorporate those on all of these files. So I'm only going to have you post $300, and then I'll have them release you. The court date will be on May the 7th at 11:15.
Okay. Could I get a personal bond? I lost my cards.
Well, you're not going to go and you're not going to violate my orders. That's why I'm doing this. You went back and violated my order. Even if you were in custody on another case, I'll take it your word. You went back and violated the order. You can't do that,
I
ma'am.
have a feeling that.
Ma'am. I'm going to give you a personal bond on Judge Hessen's case, $500. And is that one going on May the 7th as well? May the 7th.
If I may, what is the case number on her?
It's 24B146892. So she'll be in front of both of us on that day. And maybe a little earlier. Is this Judge Hessen's docket day, Wednesday, or mine? Lisa?
She had to jump off. She's at the window, that was for Brownstown.
That's not a problem. May 7th. Get here early. I hope you can post the bond. Good luck. Thank you. Scotty Lee Taylor, 19B135637. Mr. Taylor, your name?
Scotty Lee Taylor.
All right, Detective, your name?
Detective McNally, Fire Brownstown Police.
Morning, Judge.
Tony has the money, so I don't have to lock him up. This is ridiculous.
Judge, Mr. Taylor has been homeless off and on for the last few years. He does have a steady job, Judge. He's had that job for the last 3 years.
Where?
It's called 24/7 cleaning.
How much does he make?
Mr. Taylor, how much do you make?
My paycheck on the first was $727.
Is that every week or every 2 weeks?
I get paid the first of every month.
How much does he owe? All right. Well, I'm going to have to take this in this order. He failed to appear for show cause. He owes $636 plus another. Well, $636. How's he going to proceed?
Judge, we asked that the court give him a payment plan.
I've already done that. He's ignored us. He's got a big problem with me.
Judge,
This has been going on since 2019.
correct.
I just want to let you see what happened here.
No.
In 2022, after he'd blown us off a couple times, he pled guilty to failure to pay $450. I told him to pay at the rate of $40 per week beginning February 10, 23. I know I would have told him to come in if he didn't have the money. He didn't come in. He didn't pay. And now here is 6 years later. We're not a bank. I don't really feel really sorry for you, Mr. Shuffler. I got to be honest with you. If you're going to play with us, get ready to accept some consequences. That's where I am now. I'm not giving him a payment plan.
Judge, currently
I don't care.
he's a veteran. He's currently enrolled in Veterans Court.
I don't care. What branch of the government were you in, Mr. Shuffler? What branch?
I was in the Navy, sir. I was United States Navy.
I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Taylor. You were in the
United
Navy.
States.
No,
United States Navy.
no. The Navy didn't teach you to blow off authority, did they? I mean, they're just not even going to come in and talk. Listen,
No, sir. I
Listen. listen.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking a plea, or we're having a hearing, and then I'm sentencing you. He wants to act like this. I don't know what to.
No, Judge, he's willing to plead guilty. He's going to take
If
responsibility.
you plead guilty, sir, you could, in this case, get 93 days. Do you understand that with credit for 5?
Yes, sir, I do.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a hearing. At a hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Charge that you failed to pay $636. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes, sir, I did.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'm going to accept your plea. I'm not setting up a payment plan. He's going to come up with what he can come up with today, or he's going to have a long jail term. The birds are going to be long from chirping. I mean, he's going to be going. He's going to be in there till August. So he better come up with some money. Did you let him call Detective Attard and come up with some money from any friends or relatives, or?
I can do that, Your Honor.
I have not yet, Your Honor. I will.
How much can you come up with today, Mr.
Sir, I can come up with at least $300 today, easily. I can call my boss. I'll call my boss right now if I have to. She knows where I am, and she'll definitely make sure I can.
Did you let him make a call? And
I would love to.
hang on. Let him make a call. And we'll come back on you with this at 11:30. How's that, Detective?
Yes, Your Honor. Sounds good.
I will be here at 11:30. You make a call and you tell that person to bring the money up to the courthouse, sir.
How much am I asking for, Your Honor?
You're asking for $626.
$626.
$636. So you better have somebody come up with that. You just don't need to act like this. I don't expect this from people that are over 12. This is ridiculous. You come up with the money and we'll go from there. I'm coming back on here at 11:30. It's about 11:18 right now. Thank you. We're going to go off the record. Thanks. So you'll be back in here at 11:32. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You see that? Go again. Scotty Lee Taylor, 19B135637. Mr. Gaith, your name.
Good morning, Judge. Mazin Gaith here on behalf of Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, your name.
Scotty Lee Taylor.
And Detective, your name.
Please.
What'd you find out, Mr. Taylor?
My boss is going to pay the amount, Your Honor. She should be calling to the courthouse right now.
She's gonna pay the whole amount?
You asked for $634 or 30, whatever it was, sir. That's what she's paying. She's paying $640.
All right. I'm gonna accept the plea. Is there anything else? I've already accepted the plea to failure to pay. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Gaith?
Judge, just that, like I said, he was homeless on and off for the last 3 years. He's finally got his life together, Judge. He's got steady employment. He's about to get into a stable housing situation. You know, we'd ask the court to accept payment and close this file out.
Anything else, Mr. Taylor?
No, Your Honor.
Defendant to pay $600. I'm gonna just reduce it ever so slightly, or serve 88 days. So as soon as we get the money here today, you'll be released. If not, we're going to prepare a commitment. Okay?
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
$600. Good luck. Thank you. Stop doing this, though. Gee. Good luck. Thanks. Thanks, Detective. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Please, before done.
No.
What's that?
Age before Peter.
Nothing.